morning. It is Sunday the 18th of March and you join me at 7:15 in the morning, and I am just leaving Co-op at St Helens, so Co-op Lee Green. That was my second delivery. I've already done NFT at Rochdale. As you can probably see,
after 200 yards, go left on the roundabout. First exit.
As you can probably see, there's some white stuff on the ground. It's not that bad here.
Go left on the roundabout. First exit.
There was a bit of snow, well, a fair bit. Not as much as last time, but a fair bit when I left Washington this morning at 1 o'clock. The A19 was interesting. That was pretty much one lane instead of two. The A1 wasn't too bad. The M1 was atrocious. It wasn't even a lane, it was two tracks. Sometimes we were in lane 1, sometimes we were in lane 3.
After 800 yards, cross the roundabout. Second exit.
So yeah, that was a little bit interesting. And then the M62 coming over the top, that was definitely interesting. Westbound, so the way we were coming, it wasn't too bad. Once again, it was just two tracks for you to drive in. Eastbound, eastbound was shut due to jackknife lorries.
Cross the roundabout. Second exit. Then ahead, keep left.
Due to jackknife lorries and accidents, and then coming down the bank on the M62 towards Rochdale, that was just snow all the way down. There was no road, so I took my time. I probably annoyed a few people, but I took my time and done 20 miles an hour down there. Didn't want to risk it. Better to be safe than sorry.
Ahead, keep left.
So that'll be like the advice I would give out on today. Is like, this is the first time that I've properly driven a Class 1 Arctic in snow and ice.
After 800 yards, turn left. Then take the motorway. It's time to cruise.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is like the first time I've properly driven an Arctic lorry in snowy and icy conditions. So I just took my time, take it steady. I would rather arrive at the delivery points late. Sat nav's going to talk again.
Turn left. Then take the motorway. It's time to cruise.
Yeah, I would rather arrive late and with the wagon still all in one piece than try and drive at normal speeds to try and get to the deliveries for the allocated times and end up putting the wagon in a ditch or having an accident or hurting somebody else. So yeah, I thought I'd just take my time. And yeah, like I say, as you can see, it's not too bad here at all. The roads are clear, so there's no line there. The roads are clear, so back up to normal speed. As you can see, if this goes the way I'm planning on doing it, there'll be two cameras. Well, I've got two cameras running. Picked up another camera. It's not a GoPro. It was one off Amazon. Didn't cost too much at all. It was under £50, let's put it that way. I can't remember exactly, but it was under £50. that's the one that's viewing me, and you can see. And then I've got the GoPro doing the forward-facing camera. The plan of action is, all being well, you'll have the footage of me in somewhere on the screen, as well as the forward-facing footage, so you can see both what I'm doing and what the wagon's doing. Thought I'd try it out. It's an idea that I've picked up and seen from Luke seeing a HGV, so thought we'd give it a go. All depends obviously if I can do it and what the footage comes out like on this new camera. I'm not expecting it to be mega awesome quality for the price that I paid for it, but we shall see. So as you can see as well, back in the new R Series 450 Scania, so happy with that. Should be nice and comfy in here tonight. The beds are wider, mattresses are comfier, so yes. We're on our way now to Iceland at Warrington. I think this is a one pallet job, and then from there it'll be down to Nisa at Stoke, Nisa, however you want to pronounce it, at Stoke, and then from there up to Morrison's at Gadbrook, which is Rudheath basically, and then we will be empty, and I don't know what we'll be doing from there on in. See what the time's like, what they want us to do. Could be the same as last time, where I go do a collection at night, and then obviously drive through the night and end up in Scotland. We don't know. I was going to obviously put the cameras recording when I left the depot this morning, but it's obviously dark, so you wouldn't have seen anything, and with it snowing, and it was still snowing, so it was like a blizzard, I wanted to more concentrate on what I was doing. Like I say, obviously first time driving a Class 1 Arctic in snow conditions, so I wanted to pay attention to what I was doing, so I apologise for not filming for this morning, but for those of you that have followed me on Instagram, you'll have seen a post this morning before I left the depot of the state of our car park. That's a Scania factory. Well, not a factory, but Scania dealership, should I say. Oh, while I remember, thank you very much to all the new subscribers. Means a lot. Alright, I'm still not up at whopping figures, but thank you very much. And I want to give a mention / a shout out to one of the lads who works at our depot and my mate, Karl Storey. He used to drive on the buses with me, and then he left and came here, and he actually got me the job here, but I want to give him a shout out because he's been nominated for Fowler Welsh's Driver of the Year. He's in the list of finalists, so well done to you, Carl. You deserve it. Top lad, and you've gone and proved all the people that said you couldn't do it wrong. So well done to you, Carl. So yes, we might be in the running for that
Ahead,
next year.
keep right.
We just hadn't worked for the company long enough to be in it this year. But if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. So yes, about 12-15 minutes away from this next delivery at Iceland Warrington. So I shall push on for a bit and get this delivery done, and then obviously catch you in a bit. But for you, like as always, it'll be in an instant. Ta-ra for now.
After 800 yards, keep right.
Right, that's Iceland delivered, the one pallet. Just pulling off the bay now. So get her off the bay, jump out, shut the doors, and then I'll get going to Nisa in Stoke. So I'll be back in 2 seconds. Take my jacket off. Take the hat off. Paperwork done. Not bad, it's 8 o'clock. We are on a roll today. On a roll. And these guys their stuff back. Thank you very much, mate. That's it. So that's Iceland at Warrington done. Like I say, just got Nisa in Stoke and then Morrison's Gallop left on. So we'll get on the road. Get back on the motorway. It's quite simple to get to Nisa from here. Just jump back on the, I believe it's the M6, I think it is, and then down the A500.
After 100 yards, turn right.
But dead straightforward runs all these are.
Turn right.
Once you know where the places are and how to get into them, and then where to go once you get there, they're quite simple. Something though that obviously just comes with time and practice and go into
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout. Second exit.
Yeah, something that comes with time, practice, go into them, and doing more and more and more of it, you start to learn the
Go right on the roundabout. Second exit.
start to learn the routine, so to speak. But yes, first couple of times I went to these places, I wasn't sure what to do when I got there, or you know, because they all have different procedures, So like, take for example Iceland, which we've just done. Obviously you're back onto a bay, so they'll give you bay numbers to go in between. I think it's 45 to 51, so you get on one of those bays, and then obviously you have to go find the goods in office, which I now know where it is, so it's alright. You basically go in, sit down, wait for the bloke to come to the window. He'll take your paperwork and your keys, ask you what bay you're on and how many pallets you've got for him.
After 300 yards, cross the roundabout. First exit.
And then you just sit there and wait, and he'll give you your keys and paperwork back once it's done, and then that's it, out you go. So that's like the routine for...
Cross the roundabout. First exit.
For Iceland. Obviously Nice has got a different routine once again, in the fact that you turn up, you give them your paperwork, which you need to have wrote your registration plate number down on, and then you go sit back in your wagon and wait, and they put it up on
After 300 yards, go left on the roundabout. First exit.
They'll put your number plate up on like an LCD display board. It'll tell you what bay to go to, and then you're back on that bay, and then you go back to the office and give them your keys, and then go wait in your wagon. And then once you've got a green...
Go left on the roundabout. First exit.
Cool. Once you've got a green light, you then go back in and get your keys and your paperwork, and you're done. And then like, they've all got different procedures and stuff like that, and it's something that you will learn when you
After
go.
200 yards, cross the roundabout. Second exit. Then take the motorway. It's time to cruise.
You will learn.
Cross the roundabout. Second exit.
Give us a
Then
minute.
take the motorway. It's time to cruise.
Are you going to talk again? Don't think so. Right, yeah, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh, the more you visit, like go to visit these places, you'll learn what their procedures are, and you'll start to get used to it, and you'll pick up on the fact that, so like, all Tesco's distribution centres, they have the same procedure. So, you know, once you've been to one, it's the same at all of them, and then it's the same with the Icelands and the Morrisons, and like I say, once you've been to one, the procedures are pretty much all the same at all the places. So it's not too bad. There's the odd few where it varies within the company, but they're pretty much, a bit windy over here, they're pretty much all the same. So yeah, it's the sort of thing that if you go in somewhere new and you've never been there before, but you know some of the other drivers for your company have been there, ask them. Or like, let's say for example Nice Stoke was new to me going to it. I could have asked one of the guys in Iceland's waiting room, oh, have you ever been to Nice Stoke? Yeah, what's the crack there, you know, what do you do? There's no harm in asking. And if in doubt, if you're still not sure, when you get to wherever it is that you're going, there'll be a security gate, and if the security gate is manned, which not many of them are now, you can obviously ask the security guard, you know, where do I go, what do I do, and they'll normally be quite helpful. Problem is though, a lot of places now are getting rid of...
Ahead, keep right.
Are getting rid of manned security gates, so it's all via intercom, which is fine if the intercom speaks to the goods in office for where you are, but then like Morrison's, we have a reference number, so I just put the code in and it opens a barrier for me. But even with Morrison's, if you actually press the intercom, you're speaking to someone 9 times out of 10 in their main call centre. They're not actually at that site, they don't know the layout of that site, so they're not going to be much help to you. If in doubt, if you're still not sure, find a shunter driver and ask a shunter driver, they'll know. Or ask another driver that you see around in that yard, just ask.
After 800 yards, keep right.
Don't be afraid to ask, that's all I would say. There's no such question as a stupid question. So yeah, if you never...
Keep right.
If you're ever not sure about anything, ask. A lot of people are shy to ask. I mean, I'm not, but that just comes from being ex-army and not being afraid to stand up and say something, or stand up and ask someone anything, or you know, I can stand in a room of 60 people that I've never met before and give a presentation and talk to because I've got the confidence. But I understand obviously a lot of people haven't, especially if you're, I mean, I'm 30, so I count myself as old now, especially if you're what I would call younger, so you know, 18s, early 20s, you might not be confident, but just ask. Same with everything, there's no harm in asking. What's the worst they're going to say? No. If it's like, if you're asking for something, or if you're asking for some help, they say sorry, I don't know, or they ignore you. That's the worst that's going to happen. So yeah, always, if in doubt, always ask. So anyway, I shall get on with this because I'm about 40 minutes away, so it's still a heck of a drive, and I don't want to bore you too much waffling on. So I will speak to you in a bit. Right, in the word of the crazy frog, no, not the crazy frog, the what were they? The lizard thingies off the Budweiser advert. What's that? Were they frogs or were they lizards? I can't remember. Either way, what's that? Right. That's my crazy mad moment out of the way for the time being. Right, as you can tell, I'm just pulling out of services on the M6. I stopped to pick up some goodies. Bit bumpy coming out of it. Right, stopped and picked up some goodies, mainly some fluid, but I basically wanted the receipt so I can get my night out allowance, because we have to prove that we've had a night out. But anyway, that doesn't matter, that's all done now. I've done the delivery at Nisa, and we are on our way to Morrison's Gadbrook. We are 10 miles away, but we're not, because there's going to be a diversion, because they're digging up the road the way the sat-nav's trying to take me, so it'll be a bit longer. Time now is 10:30, so everything so far is running pretty smoothly, touch wood. I just thought I'd keep you on this camera because I'm gonna go to a time lapse, so I've not put the one facing me on. So I will catch you in a bit, and like I say, hope you enjoy the footage. It should be pretty good once I get off the motorway, because the roads get a little bit interesting, especially with the diversion way we've got to go. Anyhow, I'm waffling now. I will see you when we get to Morrison's. So I'll get in here, I'll get this delivery done, and then I'll phone the depot and find out what we're doing, and then I'll bring you back. So I'll see you in a jiffy.